Just come up with a basic plan. Basic plan, talk to people, do background research. LinkedIn's a great place to take a look at people's virtual resumes, like what kind of degree did they have, where did they go, what did their career projection and lattice look like, and then figure it out from there. Reach out to those people, ask questions, and then just execute a plan. Get out of your head and then just start doing, because once you actually start taking the classes at a university, or maybe it's a training program because you're trying to retool, or actually doing an internship or a co-op or an apprenticeship or some job shadowing, just do something so that you can
Mhm.
actually experience it, because it's the rest of your life is an awful long period of time to not feel like what you're doing matters, or that it's tapping into the things that are your strengths.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of times you might get into a career because either you think it makes good money or it's gonna be stable or it's gonna be this or that, or you like doing this thing, and then that's different than what happens in the role, and if you're gonna want to do that thing, whatever that is, day in and day out. I remember when I was in community college era trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and
Mhm.
I found commercial diving because I was really into scuba diving. Commercial diving, like underwater, like welding and construction, and which is the opposite of who I am anyway. But I was like, wow, you can make a lot of money. And I remember my dad saying, don't turn your hobby into your career because you'll no longer like that hobby. And I think sometimes that's okay advice. I think sometimes that's applicable. I think for
Sure.
me, it would have just been a square peg in a round hole. But what do you like doing? And then what is it like when you actually do that job?
Mhm.
I think that happens to a lot of people in sales where it's like they have a friend who's making a lot of money and talking about how great sales is, not talking about all the challenges with sales. And
Yeah.
they think, great, I'm going to get into sales too because my friend is killing it. Yeah, but that's the
Right.
highlights.
Right.
That's not everything to it.
Yeah, and the thing is there's pros and cons in everything, and just
Mhm.
recognizing, and I think probably the other biggest piece of advice, regardless of what someone wants to do, is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and figuring out how to navigate uncertainty. Because sometimes I think folks stick to the things that they feel super comfortable or confident in because of their experience or who they know. So many of the things that I've done in my career, and that when I've coached and worked with other people, I didn't necessarily know. You figure it out as you go along, right? If you're curious and you're willing to ask questions and take educated, calculated risks, go for it.